All right, all right, all right. All right, let's get into it, man. We back going against Ohio State at noon, starting our Saturday off with a bang. We already kind of talked about it. We know it's Arch Manning. It's the greatest quarterback prospect. It seems like in the millennium, the way that people talk about him. I mean, I don't think we've never seen a human better. I mean, who can throw a football better than Arch? I mean, he practically invented throwing footballs.
Can I introduce you guys to it?
Yeah, cut it out. But we already know it's some heavy expectations, we'll say, for Arch Manning and company going up to Ohio State to take on that big time game. How do we see that one playing out? I mean, we're gonna go ahead and make our picks today. I think I'm ready to make my pick. I think I'm comfortable in my pick somewhat. I mean, we got Sark going up against Matt Patricia. They got a new play caller up in Ohio State. Texas, I mean, the defense is pretty much the same and lost a lot of players, but we'll see what really happens. GP, how you see it playing out?
You got two new quarterbacks starting this game. Technically, Arch has started a game or two before. So I know, like, to your point earlier, he's super hyped. I think we kind of need to calm the hype down until we see it more often.
Yeah.
I'm interested in the game in general just because this is arguably like the most anticipated top 5 matchup since, I don't know, either since the Georgia-Clemson game or even before that. I don't know if y'all remember this one. I think Bama was like number 1 and Florida State was number 3.
Florida State, where whatchamacallit got hurt.
Yeah, in like 2017. I think 2017 season. Yeah.
Somewhere around there. It was a while ago.
Crazy. Because they effectively run Florida State season. Like,
I mean, they essentially kind of ended Florida State at that point. I mean, I think that was the start of the end for Jimbo Fisher. Very clear.
Facts.
It was definitely the start for the end.
I don't know. I think
we don't have them on sorry to interrupt. Because you mentioned Florida State, we don't have them on the list to discuss them at all today. But I just wanted to ask real quick. Recently, they had released like that roster that they had. Did y'all see how bad that roster looked?
I mean, Grant just talked about, offline, he was talking about how they don't have a 300-pounder on their defense at all.
Bro, they look like they may be worse than last year.
Yeah, I think they only have like 1 or 2 like 300-pound guys on the defensive line, something like that. I've seen.
I mean, we are going to talk Florida State because we are going to talk about that spread against Alabama. I think it might be a little low. I mean, if I'm being honest, but hey,
got that up there.
You got to stay on track. We got Texas and Ohio State right now, though. We got them right now.
I mean, a lot of weapons around on both sides of the ball. Like you said, a lot of guys went to the draft on both sides of the ball as well. I'm sure there'll be a lot of scouts at this game as well for both sides. Who's favored actually in the game? I'm curious. Is it Ohio State because they're at home?
Yeah, it's Ohio State favored at home.
What is it, like a pick 'em basically? Like 1.5?
1.5.
Oh wow.
Ohio State by 1.5. Yep.
Yeah. I feel like I'm inclined to pick Texas. No SEC bias there. I just think that I promise you it's not. I think Arch having actually played more games than Julian Sand did, even though I'm a big believer in Julian Sand, I think will be some help towards that.
Yeah.
I think that's the big thing. Honestly, also more continuity with Texas, I think, than Ohio State. Ohio State having to bring in 2 coordinators. I think Hartline's calling the offensive plays, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
But which he's done before, but just less continuity on both sides of the ball, coaching wise, than Texas does.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, the continuity definitely means something. At the same time, there's some continuity on the offensive side of Ohio State. I mean, with those wide receivers, it's still a very talented group. So
still got arguably the best player. Well, not arguably, he's probably the best player in the country for sure, Jeremiah Smith.
I mean, you have the best player on both sides of the ball.
Oh yeah, Caleb Downs.
You got Caleb Downs, and then you got Jeremiah Smith. So I mean, I can't really argue it. But shout out to Caleb Downs for being from Georgia. But it's whatever. Los, how you feel about this game? Or my bad, GP. What's your you got a score for the game, or you need a second?
Um, I don't think it'll be high scoring. I think it'll be something in the 24 to 23 range. So it might.
I mean, the Cotton Bowl was 28-14. Ohio State. It really should have been around 21. They got that random.
Should have
Travion
tied.
Henderson ran for that.
Yeah, the game should have been tied because they
Yeah.
had a chance to tie the game too. Those teams are. I mean, those teams are more evenly matched. I think than people. No, neither team is gonna blow the other out. I know we do this all the time with like these top tier matchups. I will be genuinely shocked if either team wins by more than 3 to 7 points.
That's
Honestly.
real. So you got Texas going 24-20, 23. You got
Yeah.
it that close?
Yep.
All right, I dig it. Los, what you thinking?
Me personally, I think Texas wins this. Ohio State won last year, you know what they do. I don't think the team is going to be as good as they were last year. They're going to be good, obviously, as Ohio State is a big powerhouse team. But I don't think they'll be as good as they were last year, unfortunately. I don't know why I say unfortunately. I don't care. And personally, I think Texas is just ready to step up. I think they've put a lot of faith in the Manning boy. You know how I feel about the Mannings.
Manning boy is crazy.
You know how I feel about the Mannings, man. You know they produce nothing but elite quarterbacks. You know, if you, people breed horses to win races. You know,
That's
they
true.
breed quarterbacks. You know, they breeded that
Not
one.
lying, brother.
That one, you know, they got that one offling that's like a, you know, whatever he is, a running back, wide receiver, something. Who knows? But
Bro, that's Archie's
for the most
dad.
part-
That's Archie's dad.
who cares?
You talk about Cooper?
We don't.
Yes,
That's the
bro.
Manning-
He talking about
that's
the
the
one
Manning-
offling.
That's the Manning we don't
Cooper
care
was
about,
tough.
bro.
Cooper was tough. though.
Apparently,
Yeah.
Cooper was the
He was the goods.
athlete, the
He
best
was actually,
athlete.
yeah,
out
so
of
he's
the
actually
brothers, obviously.
Yeah, I would say he's actually apparently the best athlete of all three of them. He just played wide receiver.
Yeah,
I
that
mean-
nigga ain't got no. He got a championship.
He got hurt. That
He
ended
got
his
hurt.
career.
He hurt
He had
his
an
neck,
injury
though.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had an injury.
So
that
like
ended
I
his
was
football
saying,
career.
don't mention no
brother.
Cooper to me.
Oh, brother.
Don't mention no Cooper to me unless it's followed by flag. I don't want to talk about them boys. It's nothing but the Mannings, the quarterback Mannings, that is. And I just think they ready. I watched an interview yesterday, and they asked Arch Manning. They said, how do you guys feel being, put number one and there's a target on your back? He said, yeah, we just kind of shift the mindset. We're not thinking like you guys are thinking. There's not a target on our back. We got a red dot on everybody else. If there's one thing you could do, you can talk me into believing you go win this game, boy. And they go win this game by at least 7. At least
7 is crazy. All right, I do want to point something out though. This is a fun fact. No number one team has lost week 1 since 1991 when University of Miami lost against Michigan. So it's been over. I was born in '94. It's been over 30 years since the number one team has lost on week 1. It would be crazy, I guess, if the number one team lost on week 1 this year, even if they playing a top 5 team.
I think
And the previous national champions.
Can I change my
this
pick?
is the time for it. I think this is the time for them for the number one team to lose. But go ahead, Post.
Grant just hit him with the commentator curse. I don't know if I still want to.
This is definitely that's that
Grant
record
put out
that they
the-
talk about at college games.
that's that
the
fact
whole
right
morning.
before niggas
They
lose.
will
The whole
definitely-
morning.
They will definitely bring that up. I guarantee you, Saturday morning at 9
Absolutely
a.m.
at big noon kickoff.
Texas for sure. Texas, I think Texas got this.
Going Texas. What you got the score being?
That's a tough one. What's the over under for that game?
1.5 in favor of
1.5,
Ohio
brother.
State. In favor
No,
of the home
not the
team.
spread, not the spread. The over
The over under
Over-under,
47.5.
47.5.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what I said, basically. Well,
Yeah, pretty much.
I said 47. I said 47.
That's close to the. That's close to
I'm gonna go 20,
Sure,
21, 28. It's gonna be either 21, 28 or 24, 28.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds
It's gonna be
close to
24, 28, or I think it'll be 21, 28, and then if it's 24, 28, it's because somebody got one of those
If
last
he,
second field goals, and then we're gonna try an onside kick to come back and possibly win the game. I don't know. There's always some kind of foolishness that goes on for a field goal.
If either team put up 30, that's just there's no defense being played. But I don't see either team putting up 30.
I definitely don't see that happening. I don't.
There's nothing I hate more than watching a game with no defense. Oh my god,
that's the worst thing. Both of them have two really good defenses.
Yeah, we'll see. I think everybody will play good defense. I don't think we got to worry about that. I think that'll set the tone. Hopefully, that sets the tone for the day. Not that the other players for the day are going to be watching that game, especially the 3:30 people. But I think it might set the tone for the day. As for me, I'm gonna definitely say first and foremost, I think the running game is the biggest thing for this game. I mean, Ohio State's running game it's a big question mark right now. You know what I'm saying? They lost Judkins from last year, NCAA cheat code, if you will, and lost TreVeyon Henderson, who is doing his thing up in New England. So, and a legit prospect. Obviously, it wasn't Ohio State. It wasn't their O-line. It wasn't none of that, bro. It's just like that for real. So, with that being said, if Ohio State can run the ball, if James Peoples really wants to be a household name, this is his time to step up and do it. You know what I'm saying? You're a sophomore. You can really put yourself in a position to potentially easily leave next year if you want to, by just turning up in this game. And, of course, you got to keep it consistent. You got to keep it up. But if James Peoples is that guy this year, I'd see them running away with this game. I think Texas's defense is going to be a little suspect. I think the secondary is no better than it was last year. Worse is crazy. I mean, it's just hard for me to say y'all are going to be worse. They ain't going to be that much worse. I mean, but you did lose Jahdae Barron, right? And Jahdae Barron was not – it's not like he wasn't getting his fair share of whoopings in that game as well. I mean, Jeremiah Smith had 3 yards. That's cool. Emeka Ibuka went off. Carnell Tate, I think he almost had 100 or somewhere around the 80 range probably. So it's like it didn't really matter. And, I mean, they got some other guys in our receiver core this year that I think I believe they have 2 formidable receivers to where they have 2 people that can step up which I don't think will happen, if Jeremiah Smith just for whatever reason has 3 yards again. We don't see it. I don't see that happening by any chance. But if that happens again, they have 2 other receivers that can do their thing if that happens again. When I say running away, I'm not going to say 14 plus or nothing like that. I do think the game will be kind of close. I do lean where Los is saying in that 28 range. I really see it being like 28-21, 28-17, somewhere around there. Closest I can see it is probably 28-23. I think, of course, hey, don't hold me to it. If Julian Sand come out there looking like some trash, I never said any of this. But I believe he's going to be able to do what Will was able to do last year and just get the ball to the weapons. I think they're going to give him a lot of crossing routes right in front of his face so he can get the ball right out. I think they're going to go to the screen game, the quick game, RPO. And that's why James Peoples is very, very important here. If James Peoples is locked in and he's really running the ball well and he's catching out the backfield, I don't really see Texas having a chance at winning. Not mean they're going to get blown out by any measure, but I think that running game, they're going to control it from there. Texas has a running game too. I just think with Ohio State's weapons plus the running game, I just give the edge to Ohio State. So I'm gonna actually take them. I'm nervous about 28-17. That's tough. I'm gonna take it 28-20. I'm gonna take it 28-24. I'm gonna take it 28-24 Ohio State.
I feel like the big question mark though is obviously Ohio State has the weapons. The running game obviously is a question mark. Yeah, it's more so is Julian Sand gonna have enough time to get the ball to because I think he's good enough.
It's a new offensive line to an extent.
Yeah,
too.
They did lose some guys on that O-line, but they also have like some seasoned guys as well. If they is where it's like, do Colin Simmons and Anthony Hill disrupt, Julian Sand's timing enough where he can't get the ball to his guys? To your point, like I ain't saying that Texas secondary is necessarily sus or whatever, but it's a new year. They did lose a first-round draft pick, and then Andrew Makuba also got drafted as well in the secondary as well. So you got new guys basically in the secondary, pretty much all around except for Michael Tuff.
I'm not really sold too much on they running game.
Who
Like
that?
Ohio State.
I'm not sold
like,
on it at all, but I do think they'll make it happen. That's why I say I think he's super important, and
Yeah.
I think
I
they
said I
can
was
see it
overly
first.
sold. I was overly sold last year, and I really still wasn't that impressed with their run game. Like
It was great when it needed to be.
Yeah,
Like,
it definitely was clutch. It was clutch more than anything.
It was unstoppable when it needed to be.
Yep. But I think that's also
pretty much.
that was also kind of
That's
on
what.
Chip Kelly a little bit too. I think like he would have his
Yeah.
moments of like really wanting to turn it on sometimes,
Mhm.
and then but to your point, like the big games, they would just bludgeon folks for sure.
Yeah.
and you especially saw it in the in the postseason. Chip turned into a monster calling plays.
Yeah, I think he just did what was supposed to be done versus trying to do what you want to do. Do what it takes to win the game. Don't
Mhm.
try to be so balanced for no reason, right? You don't have to be balanced if the running game is killing. Keep killing them. Run that clock out.
Make
Run
it
that
stop
score
it.
up. I'm going to take Ohio State 28-24. Los, I know you were taking Texas 28-21, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And then, GP, what'd you say?
I got Texas 24-23.
Texas 24-23. I think if Arch wins 28-21, we're probably going to hear a lot about it for the rest of the year. We're going to hear a lot about, bro. But we'll see. Tap in there. GP.